Today we're going to be putting a cableway on. It's a technique that we use for bringing a stretcher out of difficult ground without injuring the casualty any further. It's a much smoother ride than it would be if you were carrying it. This local area was one of the catalysts for mountain rescue, voluntary mountain rescue anyway. Quite a number of accidents have happened here in the past before mountain rescue teams were formed, and as a result of that the whole mountain rescue voluntary service came about. We're going down to the cableway bottom. This is where the pulleys and tensioning system will be arranged. It's a little bit of a surprise to people that don't know the place. And there's a lot of little quiet spots that you can still get out to when you consider the main conurbations of Sheffield and Manchester that are so close. You know, we're only about 6-7 miles from Manchester city centre where we're stood now.
Okay, hold it there. What we're doing is both the ropes, they've got, even though they're exactly the same rope, they've got different elasticity in them. That's a safety factor. If there's 20 guys even pulling the system, at a certain load they will start to slip. So you can't overload it, you can't crack it, break it or anything like this.
That way, that rope, that's it. What they're trying to do now is once they get enough tension in the ropes, it'll start to lift the stretcher off the ground once it's clear of the ground. And the guys at the top are happy. They'll radio through and say okay. You can see it's quite a smooth ride. If you can imagine trying to hand carry a stretcher down something like that, you know, particularly with an injured person, it'd be quite difficult.
Down the rope, pick him up.
What they'll be able to do now is actually assist the stretcher up. And even though the stretcher's only feet off the ground, it's a much smoother carry than it would be if you were trying to do it without the rope. Let him off now.
Watch them dogs, Matt.
Three of us here, me, Troy and Reedy. We're here to, you know, the show is pretty big in the UK, Voluntary Rescue. As lifeguards we do have cliffs and stuff at the beach we're at, and it's good to see how these guys work, you know, that it's very professional the way they do it, and some of the incidences they get are very interesting.
Yeah, if people are interested in getting involved in mountain rescue, then the first place to look on is the MREW's website. That's Mountain Rescue England and Wales. Certainly in the Oldham team we appreciate any support that the general public's prepared to give, whether it's volunteers offering their services to become team members or whether it's just support in other ways. We're always grateful for that. Well done, excellent, well done.